Hey Gabby, how are you today?
I'm doing okay.
I know last time that we talked about you possibly going to Utah for a job.
Yeah. So I decided to take the job.
Okay. Are you excited?
I am excited. I'm worried a little bit about it.
Okay.
I've never not lived in Washington.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big change.
Yeah, super big change. There's a lot, I think, more to it than that still, but definitely moving away from home is probably the scariest aspect of it.
Okay. Do
I
you
don't
know
anyone.
Okay, you don't know
I
anybody
don't know
there.
anybody there. Also, I'm not really sure how to go about making friends in a place that I don't, because I've always had my friends here. I met them in school or work, and I'm not in school there, so it's just I don't know how to navigate. How do you meet people? Also, I'm a little bit nervous because I know Utah is very, like, a majority of the people are pretty religious.
Okay.
And I feel like that's probably how they have community, and I'm not religious at all. So,
okay. And that must be different than Seattle too, probably.
yes, I assume so. And I only went there once for the interview. So I don't really just know what I'm going into, I guess.
How did you feel after the interview?
I was excited about potentially getting an offer for the job. So I think my mind was kind of just on that aspect of it. So I didn't really do too much in the city itself.
Okay.
There was churches on every block, so that was different.
Yeah. That is different.
It just feels so different from Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as, so I hear you say that you're worried about moving there just because it's so different from Seattle. Are you going to be doing the same kind of job that you're doing now?
It's similar to the job that I'm doing now. It is a promotion.
Okay,
so that's kind
good.
of why I took the job in the first place. Not necessarily because I felt like I needed to move to Utah, but it was a really good opportunity for me in my career, and I had been battling with that decision over the past few weeks after I got the offer. So it just feels like I need to do it for my career, but I'm worried that putting my career first is gonna hold me back in the end because I don't know anybody there. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. It's just very scary to think about.
Yeah.
And if I don't like it, I'm going to have to quit or I'll be stuck there. So it's a lot.
It's definitely a big change. What's your hopes or your expectations? What would you love to see happen in Utah when you move and just within your career?
I think best case scenario, I would like to love my job. Hopefully meet someone and stay there. Raise a family there. I would hope that all of those things would be able to happen. I hope that I just love it and it's not going to be an issue, but just the idea of putting myself out there to meet people in a place where I don't know anybody. Here I can go out with friends and not be alone, and that's how you meet people, but I've never just gone somewhere on my own. Also, I'm a little bit worried because I feel like the way to meet people is to go to a bar, maybe get a drink. And Utah, I don't think people do that there. I'm just not sure. Do they even have bars in Utah? I have no idea. So
yeah, so it sounds like there's just a lot of uncertainty about Utah in general.
Yes. Yeah, I think that is a main. If it was another city, maybe I wouldn't feel this way, I guess. But just the religious aspect of it, and that's kind of a big deal, I guess. But it was such a good job, I don't think I could have said no.
Okay. Do you have any time to go visit before you make the final decision, or is it already happening?
I've already accepted the position.
Okay.
I suppose I could withdraw, but I am supposed to be moving down there within the next month.
Okay. Do you think that maybe going to visit, like still, like you were moving there, but just going to visit, in between now and the time that you move there would put your mind a little bit at ease at all?
Honestly, I feel like if I do that, I'm going to talk myself out of going.
Okay.
And I think I just need to just do it.
Just go.
Yeah. Because I can find a million reasons not to go. And I think if I visited before just doing it, then I would get scared and not go.
Okay. So it sounds like you know yourself pretty well and what you need to do to make it happen.
Yes. I mean, I definitely know that about myself, that I can go back on something because I'm afraid. And I have a really easy time finding reasons not to do things. So I guess, yeah, I'm using this as an experience. Not only is it a good move for my career, but just as something to kind of push myself out of my routine. I think it would be good to help me just kind of grow, I guess. But it is nerve-wracking, obviously. It's like really scary.
Yeah. So I hear that you're nervous, but I also hear that there's a lot of positives coming out of it. You're talking about how you feel like this will make you grow and that it's really going to enhance your career. So do you see any other positives coming out of moving, possibly?
I mean, I would love to be able to meet someone, and I haven't really had any success meeting anybody in Seattle. So, I mean, just the idea that might happen is like a positive.
More, something completely new, a whole new dating scene, and even friendships.
Absolutely, friendships too. Although I love my friends here, it would be nice to kind of meet people in a different place, and I feel like I'm actually a different person than I was in college.
Okay.
And so, like, I don't know, maybe it's just kind of like I need to figure out who I am on my own. Also, I mean, Utah, it's beautiful there. They have mountains. You can go hiking, camping. Like, those are all things that I like to do. So I feel like I'll just be amongst people of the same interests as myself.
So it sounds like you're finding that there also are similarities to Seattle, Washington, that there is to Utah, because you can do those things here as well. So that's good that you're trying to find like the common ground in both places.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. I guess, Utah, I think, as a whole, has a lot of the things that I love about Washington. I think it's just, I'm not really comfortable, I guess, doing those things on my own without knowing people. And I just don't know how to get to that point where I'm, like, have a group of friends. Like, I don't know how easy it is to do that there.
Yeah.
Also, I just have never really had to do that on my own because, I mean, in school you're kind of like, these are your friends now. You know what I mean? So, I just don't know about that.
Is there anything that you think that you can do to kind of find that stuff out?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's like meetup groups and, I mean, maybe like work happy hours.
Just like getting to know your coworkers and going from there.
Yeah, definitely that. I don't know. I've just never really done any of those things before. Like, I've never done a meetup group. It sounds kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
To just like go meet up with a bunch of people that you don't know, and it's just kind of, it's scary to think about doing that. So.
But like you said, this, like, you want to grow, and this does sound like it's an opportunity to grow because you're going to be putting yourself in situations that you've never been. From what I'm hearing, it kind of sounds like it is something that's on your mind a lot. Are you feeling stressed about this decision?
I think deep down, I know that I need to do it.
Okay.
I think it's stressful to think about the logistics of it. And it's like, obviously I'm stressed out because I'm afraid of not succeeding in it and then potentially having to come back or not having a job at some point because I don't like it, or just kind of, and then if that happens, I'm obviously feeling like I'm failing at doing this thing. Or, I mean, I'll hate it and I'll feel like stuck there.
Yeah.
And then I'm wasting years of my life in a place that I hate because I feel like I can't now because I've accepted this promotion and I'm in my career at this point. So
yeah, so it's just really, as this time in your life, just to really try to focus on the positives and make sure that you're like using self-care. So are you doing anything to kind of deal with the stress?
yeah, I mean, like all of the things that I said, like hiking and, you know, rock climbing and, you know, all of those things I do here to relieve stress. So I suppose I could also do that there.
And continue doing that here before you move.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
well, thank you, Gabby.